The sages think themselves to be all-knowing, but we alone are wise to the virtue in those acts of folly.
The sages think of themselves as all-knowing, but we alone are virtue in those acts of folly. Now, take a listen to this.
The god of wisdom's enemy is wisdom itself, and the oasis of knowledge is a mirage in the desert of ignorance. In the city of scholars, there is a push for folly, yet the god of wisdom makes no argument against it.
The god of wisdom's enemy is wisdom itself, and the oasis of knowledge is nothing but a mirage in the desert of ignorance. In the city of scholars, there is a push for folly, yet the god of wisdom makes no argument against it. Have you seen the similarity in these two lines, in these two clearly people from Khaenri'ah? This gives us an idea, a hint about the state of the academia, the sages and the scholars of Sumeru. How they are currently living in the desert of ignorance, not fully understanding maybe what happened to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Like, we know the whole of Sumeru is connected to the Lesser Lord Kunthanali, the current Dendro Archon's consciousness, the Irremensaltry, as we see in the trailer. So from this, I wonder if we can speculate that right now the sages might be feeding the people lies. Like, they have the gnosis with them. The Akasha system is connected with the Dendro Archon's gnosis, right? So maybe could it be that the sages either A, know the truth of the world, B, are living in ignorance and don't fully understand what it is? Because this is a god's conscience we're talking about. If you know from lore and everything, we know that the gods, the thrones in the sky, Celestia, has done many events in the past to hide the real truth of what happened in Khaenri'ah and all those things long ago. So if a god's consciousness were to be accessed like that, wouldn't all those truths come to light? So what is going on here? All right, moving on to speculation 2.
Dottore, what of Scaramouche and the Gnosis from Inazuma?
Exactly. What of Scaramouche and the gnosis of Inazuma? What if I were here to tell you that Scaramouche will 100% make an appearance in Sumeru? Let's talk facts, alright? Let's talk pointers here. We know that Scaramouche originally was a vessel for A to store her gnosis. So now that he has the gnosis in possession with him, he has acquired his heart. Here's the next line from Dottore.
Conventional wisdom holds that divine knowledge cannot be rationally comprehended. After conquering the divine gaze, he will make his next move.
Conventional wisdom holds that divine knowledge cannot be rationalized. If we put this in simpler terms, that could mean that Scaramouche does not understand what exactly is going on with him right now. So what I'm coming up to say is that conventional wisdom, as Dottore said, cannot fully rationalize divine knowledge, and after conquering the divine gaze, his gnosis, he will make the next move. Again, I can't fully say if the divine gaze is the gnosis or not. What I'm trying to tell you is he is coming to Sumeru and is looking for Kunthanali to understand and figure out his gnosis. He is searching for Kunthanali in Sumeru. Like, think about it. Who else would tell you about something of a god if not but the god herself? I mean, he can't go up straight up ask mommy who kicked him out from the house now, can he? So instead, I speculate that Scaramouche is coming to Sumeru and he's looking for Kunthanali. Alright, moving on to the next speculation. We all know this scene, right? It's been shown twice, alright? You know what I'm talking about. The burning of the Irremensaltry all the way towards the end of the Fatui video.
You know very...
Let's hear it again, shall we?
I must say, you're looking very young today, Doctor.
You know very well that I do not take that as a compliment.
So, where's the segment in the prime of his life, then?
He's busy with a little experiment in blasphemy.
So what do you think? Isn't Sandrome pretty much confirmed to be in Sumeru? Like, listen to this. This is a conversation that is happening in real time. Dottore, he is talking to her in real time. So these two are definitely involved in the burning of the Irremensaltry to directly target the Dendro Archon. Don't ask me why they're burning the Irremensaltry if their only goal is to get the gnosis, which I don't think is their goal this time around. It's just their goal. Remember, in Inazuma, they took affair of the Civil War and tried to mass produce delusion. So this might be another Fatui plot that we have to, flop again as always. But I don't know why. This feels like, this is done in a very mass scale. This tree is a whole structure of Sumeru, which we're gonna talk about next, alright? Wait, we're not done with Dottore Syndrome. Before I talk more about my next speculation about how there might be 2 Dottores in Sumeru, not 1, not 2, you gotta know, like, what is Dottore's deal, alright? Child got these voice lines, alright? Give a listen to this.
I heard that he took segments of himself at different ages, made prostheses out of them, and assigned different tasks to each
Artificial
one.
bodies.
I know.
All my comrades are a little weird.
So now you know there's clones of Dotoria, right? So you can be like, okay, Rion, there can be 2 Dotorias, but how can you prove that there are 2 Dotorias in Sumeru this time around? I am so fucking glad you asked, my little friend. Let's hear this again, shall we?
Doctor?
You know very well that I do not take that as a compliment.
So, where's the segment in the prime of his life then?
Remember, this conversation is happening in real time.
He's busy with
The prime segment of his life is talking about the original copy of Dotoria.
a little experiment in blasphemy.
Do you understand? This is the clone Dotori who's burning the tree right now. So where is the prime segment of his life then? Blasphemy means a sacrilegious act against God. That means the original Dotori is out there somewhere. Okay, I can't fully say it's gonna be. Maybe he's in some other nation, but it could be that there is some other plan that's happening in Sumeru. Like this whole time, think about it. Mihoyo has been focusing us on this burning of the tree, but what if that's just the start of the many incidents that happen in Sumeru? Let's move on to the next speculation point, shall we? Koli. If you've never read the manga, do that. Then let's come back here because you need some missing context, alright? So basically, Koli was a child who was experimented upon by Dotori's goons by injecting her the Archon residue at a very young age. A lot of kids lost their lives due to that, but Koli was found to be compatible. Later, she found Amber. She realized that, you know, there's more to life than just seeking revenge, you know, all that good stuff. But she is someone who has the Archon residue of the god of Sumeru. Later on, Lisa calls for her master, Sino, and Sino places a seal on Koli, which causes the Archon residue that was trying to jump out of her to subdue. But Sino says in the manga that it's not been fully sealed off, and if the day comes that she uses the power, it will go completely haywire and might even kill her. So you understand how important Koli is. Not only has she something so dangerous placed in her, she has the Archon residue within her, which might be the original Archon's residue or whatnot. And what do we know from the trailer from 3.0? The people of Sumeru, a half a faction, is trying to revive Great Lord Rukadevata. So could it be that Koli might be taken advantage upon again? I don't know. Now we're moving on to the next speculation. We've talked about Koli, we talked about the Fatui, we talked about Gnosis, we talked about Scaramouche. How can I forget the Lesser Lord Kusanali herself?
In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone.
I'm just the moon, the real sun is long gone. Alright, to speculate, this could mean that A, she might have been a part of Rukadevata, or B, because of how much people put faith currently still in Rukadevata, she might not even accept herself as the Archon of the people and is in hiding. We know that she disappeared 500 years ago along with Rukadevata. I think she disappeared at the same time when Rukadevata died. I'm not sure. Now I'm gonna make another bold claim, and I feel like this is pretty obvious, but I feel like genuinely Kusanali knows everything that's coming to her. How to prove my claim? Check these voice lines of hers out.
We don't have any more festivals to waste.
That's one line.
The world forget.
She wishes to be forgotten. We don't have any more festival of ways. The world forget me. Could it be that Kusanali already knows everything that's coming to her? It's not a far-fetched theory, right? Because she is the god of wisdom. Her consciousness is the irremediable tree, which is connected directly to the ley lines, which we know is a network of energy, elemental energy, and remember from a story quest, memories. She should know that the Fatui is coming after her. She should know about the rift of the people. So I really just feel like she's just trying to wash away. I feel like that will be Kusanali's story. I can only hope the trial, you know, grabs her by her ponytail. Reminder of her worth. Moving on to the next speculation point. You know, we talked about Dotori and Santorin's role in Sumeru, but I did not talk to you about the impact of burning the Elemental Tree, and it's a good segue from this point. We talked about the Elemental Tree and Tainari.
The Dendro Archon is known as the God of Wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it.
Her consciousness is directly connected to it. We know from 2 trailers now the tree will burn no matter what. But what does that impact? Is that impact just her? No. If her consciousness is tied to everything, the whole of Sumeru,
Festivals to waste.
it's about to fade away. Look at that. The tree burns. The whole city. It's getting washed. Look at everything coming out of it. The trees are dying. The cities are going. I didn't even talk to you guys about the Abyss Otter's sudden appearance here. I feel like the Abyss Otter this time around, it's got something to do with the world quest or whatnot, because I feel like it's just too early for the Abyss of all people to appear here right now. Otherwise, there's just so much happening. We got the Fatui, we got the people of Sumeru, and now with the Abyss, I don't know. It just seems like a lot of people are seeming to actively move towards Kusanali, and the traveler who's seeking the truth about her brother is going to be found in the middle of all of it. What's going to happen? I don't know, but hey, this is all just speculation, right? Who's to say what's actually going to happen? Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and please consider subscribing if you enjoyed this content and want to watch further content by me. I really hope I get to see you in the next video. See you in Sumeru.